What happened, Orville? You didn't sign someone for nothing? Welcome to another episode of App Disclosure. This is your host, Samuel 6, all that fabulous fun. And Wednesday evening, as we conclude the liberation of Willie Davis Craig Jr. and the only locker inside the LA building at North High School, Phoenix, Arizona, that didn't get painted while having HP carved into it, made me wonder if this was apparent. And what I should have done before shooting is grab me some paper towel, because of the fact that I didn't bring no TP. So damn sinuses. I'm gonna put you guys here on hold for a second, so I can forget. Yeah. You know, I can't remember. I have to tell my sister about the movie adaptation of The Little Mermaid. The new Ariel nails it. Looks like them across the street now. Oh, yeah. And speaking of Disney movies, yeah, you know, freaking, I start thinking of words that you rarely use. That's aspirating. It's like carrying big, heavy boots and stomping everywhere. So yeah, freaking, it'd be nice to see the liberation of Arba on that fabulous fine. And Wednesday evening, oh, see, man, freaking my brother. Uh, there was this episode where I didn't upload. It might be considered deleted scenes. Just like the last episode was one of those lost tapes that I probably should have renamed it. I could go back. But as current, it is called, Patterns, the lost tapes. And the ES in tapes is emphasized, is capitalized, signifying when I still on 20th Street, Virginia. When I go outside my unit, my backyard, my dog Blackie, black and white, Australian Queens Island Shepherd. Uh, Man, he had him chained up, patch of cactus there. I always make sure he didn't have any of the spikes off the cactus on his foot. Whenever I see him limping, I make sure I take care of that. That's why I don't feel that bad. I don't feel bad when he passed away. Was with us for a good time. Usually, I think what I can remember, maybe like since 2000, since 2095. I'm trying to remember exactly. That's around Spice Swan. We're living on 9th Avenue now, and between Broadway and Roser. Uh, so having to take the bus each morning, whether it's Broadway on Central or then to Indian School. My brother to go. He take the Thomas uh, after we just started taking the bus as kids. You see all kinds of things in there. Some guy goes in there wearing some real small bike shorts, and off the back, some schoolgirls are like, "Oh hell no!" But yeah, man, freaking still looking back at freaking, but a bit from looks of it, Uber Lyft has made it. I don't want to say legal for teens to take Uber rides on their own, but there's some adults that think that, well, a certain base where they feel that is okay, is all right. I would consider that no, that's still statutory rape. Well, I mean, if she's 18, 19, despite it being considered teen, you're an adult by then. But uh, I guess still within those teen years, but you're an adult right there by the age of 18. But freaking like I was saying, freaking my locker being the only one not paying it, HP on it. Uh, freaking when I take my backpack, it's freaking having a. They were looking for me inside the cafeteria, and everyone already knew me as soon as I see my backpack on. I had this baby blue, I had this, well, actually, this blue, I think blue and gray. I'm trying to remember the brand, if it's Jam Sport or I can't remember the other brand. But freaking, as soon as I see my bag, they'll throw it some type of gesture in the air. So, a couple times they've taken me, the administration officer talked to Willie, or Willie wanted to have a word with via somebody else, Devin, so one of my schoolmates. I said black male, juvenile, big guy. And it's funny to me because one of the younger brothers fell 68 Whiskey Victor. I had him at weight training. That's where I met most of my friends and even family members that I didn't know were related. Uh, not just the mentioned few. Oh, and speaking of the mentioned few, when it comes to rhyming words, as las balas duelen un chingo. All you balls and impalas, you can holler at my dog. Holler at my dog. You can holler at my dog. Yeah, so you know what I'm trying to tell you. Shout outs to the Keys and the Savalas, as well as the Gomez. Great families there. And, Teddy North, even before that. And it's funny how all it takes is a split second to formulate an opinion, before realizing, realize how close one could be to someone else, before having to realize that yeah, man, freaking whether it's third, fourth, I guess just third cousin for the most part. Freaking I tell her that we have this car club, and this is during Resurrection Day, so everything's going good. But I don't know if maybe this car club is too much. If I feel that she could be used, but later on, attending North together, her being 2 years younger than me, she'd reach out from time to time, ask me for several bucks, $1 here, there. Didn't mind, I get it now, spares. It is genetics. When I pinch uh, my side there and got damn sinuses, kind of this allergies. It's funny, it's so faggot because we don't have to represent it. That's how pathetic people are. I was gonna say it straight up off the back because I see I call it, man. Earlier we were talking about one of my boys' clothing line over at 607 on Scottsdale Road, Bank of America, Scottsdale, Lincoln, yeah. Tal Brown up in Xavier, also a personal banker, and also I has been with B of A for a good minute. Also, Lieutenant Carl Hayden, that's one of my brother-in-law's brother. We're all around the same age, so yeah. So we're at the banks, and it's cool there, man. Freaking, since the first day, he's like, man, we made some money, or like, I'll let some older lady, and not too old. She took care of herself. And he's excited, and off the back, even before closing, I'd be like, damn, man, this freaking bank here is it's, I think of the location too. Look at that right there, freaking. The Traverse for Phoenix, yeah, Paradise Valley, you got Scottsdale. Man, and It's funny to me, Tom Brown. If we're going to start coming back from break, we all like they cut they cut this tree behind me, and coming back, he'd be all right. They let you know about a little stump, but a bunch of times, he take a look, and, and the type of weapon I was holding, the type of weapon that I was armed with. When it comes to freaking things missing behind me, but I would wonder why would they cut it now? Freaking, if the last guy before me, that it didn't even have to be this tree here. But it's funny. I send out, I'd upload videos and even finding some lost tapes like the video before. And yeah, I would notice that they at BD and 10 p.m. to take a leave of absence from the bank due to health issues. And at the same time too, when I was at BD, I was able to get back a hold of Bank of America with the Cynics account and was able to conduct my BOA affairs there. And the problem there, just like I didn't tell the Alcatila location, and I probably should have just realized that even Detective Mule will tell me, man, just don't just don't talk to your brother. It's unfortunate that I had to be that way. I like checking back home, see everything okay, and realizing he is negative. He's all he probably has cancer, or freaking just notices little negativity. So, well, in a way, I would say he does. So, in fact, the mosquitoes won't really get to him, but uh, there's the bed bugs that they won't skip him at all. No. But yeah, freaking we're at North, you'd shake each other's hand, and with the East Side salutes, the East Side shake, and it's on the streets. So, still speaking, thanks for the reminder. Yul Brynner conducting his exterior patrol on that fabulous spot. And Wednesday evening, and it's funny earlier because they had brought the supply to make hot dogs. Wednesday had me egg and wiener schnitzels mixed with habanero peppers, onion, cooked in butter. Came out all right. The eggs, I don't know. I've raised chickens before. They taste like them, but just a little more intense. So I should add maybe one less egg. I typically add about 6 to 9 eggs per day. Trying to remember how that song goes with Gaston and Beauty and the Beast. When I was so late, I ate 12,000 eggs in order for me to get large. I'm exceptionally good at expectorating. When busting on nut, here we go. Watch out for the show. Gaston is on a roll. You can remember as much as you can from the movies you rent on VCR. Right there on, I'm trying to remember the name of the library. Sunshine Mechanic Education Campus, right next to they relocated 7th Street in McDale. It was called one time School of Technology and Science Academy, something like that. But uh, I was looking at this avocado, and I was like, damn man, this avocado has like a groove in between it that freaking resembles Yul Brynner's dome, when in reality, freaking I think he being an avocado for what it is. you know, by comparison, it's not, because an avocado is black on the outside and green on the inside. So I had contemplated if I should mix this with my green eggs and ham, Sam I am, where reality. So, and it's funny about Stryker. There's a misunderstanding. I was talking about Arba. Where is she at? And Stryker. you know, when it comes to leaping from pillar to pillar, you know what I'm saying? And wonder why my brother has a hatred towards the women in my life. They at one point mattered most to me than I can think, because uh, You think of convenience. Yeah, it would be nice. And you know what else would be nice? Find you the right girl. Freaking shopping around. It's definitely worth it. But a lot of times too, times of the essence. So if you don't, someone else will. So a lot of times it's the risk. Once you have some, it seems like you have some in abundance, and then when you have none, you know, you think of desperate times, uh, comes to desperate measures. But yeah, man, freaking clarifying this, and same thing too. Having to get a hold of one of the production supervisors, Ilya. I know last episode I had to go back and edit all it, and yeah, I just basically said by comparison, it feels like freaking my gums, like some bleeding gums, like some gums on fire, something, like if you had a cut, it starts getting infected, or just basically, it's not good. Even I told one of the Kelly Services representatives that I regret calling her because I called by accident, to be honest with you. And since she had answered, well, how is everyone? And off the back, but okay, he says El Brujo. So I'm like, hey man, freaking, I repeated what was on the back of your mind, the back of your head, and that's having the wrong attitude. You know what I'm saying? I should just call stable over at the Phoenix location. I got nothing against hell no, but that's having the wrong attitude off the back. But okay, you said Brujo, something that happened last year. By comparison, I was going to Reddy's Corner for 20 years. I ain't got a problem with Reddy, his family, or the workers there. Hell no, I love Reddy's Corner. And if I were to walk in there with a done set to freaking coming out without a done set, then that just means it's just ready for some corner of the world now. Oh, you know what I'm trying to tell you. So yeah, freaking attitude is all, and I have a bad attitude too for freaking. I should just made it apparent like I'm doing now. That way you know already, but I had to tell you that day, and how I told Steve and Stephanie. Because of your relations to Willie. You didn't even know Willie that much because of how you heard. I don't want to say because I do, because she's good looking. I started thinking of tall, blonde, and gorgeous. By comparison of, let's see what you could compare it to. By comparison, Jennifer Aniston Benedict on that 69th Street and Shade 101 in Rain Tree Style Little. Now she has a lot. That freaking bank, I told her already. Freaking, and that's that day where I should have invited Aaron Bankcat, Robert Brooks, Trim Major, this wedding. Because, speaking of that, of Keen made apparel as opposed to Rail Drip, the reason it came out with, because on the contrary, I hate using that word, but I use it. Freaking, uh, you, you know, if if you got to take it personal when giving and taking, you know, that that's just how it is. But thinking back, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I guess a lot of times one's not thinking, one's partying, and they're thinking, oh well, freaking, I want to continue this party. I'm an all nighter. So, off the back, you got these alcoholics all fucking, oh well, fucking, oh, bitch man, the epitome of bitch man, fucking bitch man incorporated now. So in by comparison, it's the opposite. The what you are here, especially if it's in the name, to freaking nothing like that. But if you got to work for Crescent Crown for 2 years, and you tell me that freaking you get $3 12 packs after you're no longer there, fuck man, you know what I'm saying? Freaking, that's like me working at PetSmart and not bringing you a dog biscuit now. Oh, not just playing, man. They're all great people, man. After that wedding though, and they kept saying it's going from a wedding to a funeral. Speaking of funeral, I gotta clarify this because it's the honest truth. It's not bad mouthing Stryker or anyone out there. It's just saying how I felt. Afterwards, don't know my chances now, but it's a shame because I don't even know why I got dismissed. To be honest with you, The attendance lady, called me, Deborah, and simply told me, oh well, that you don't deserve this and what. I'm like, what? Now just tell me my points had accumulated. That's all you had to tell me. You know what I'm saying? But freaking, her sounded like Giselle from Intel Alcatillo. Oh, you don't need them. I'm trying to print out my certificates. And she's like, oh, you don't need that. Oh, well, I'd like to have them. This is nice. It's like crap, man. But it's like they once told me one of those close, another one opens. And it's funny because the latest installment in the song called uh, Crossroads, uh, dedicated inside based on a sound effect, but literally it feels that way when you walk up to these gates and you notice that there could be two more pillars in front of them. Just so across from it will be two more, and this pipeline of pillars makes me think of the tall man how to place my hand on each pillar as opposed to each cylinder to teleport a freaking. I'm trying to think where he's from. I forget. It's been a while. That movie's good. That's one of those type of movies. I was telling one of the one of my coworkers there named Brianna Bree. It's one of those type of movies that end in ambiguity, diggity. You know what I'm saying? Freaking the endings. There's possible endings. They kill one, another one comes back stronger. There's just no end to it. But then, that's why they call it the yin to the yang. And you know, it, it's funny they're speaking of the yin to the yang. Time's running short, but just clarifying things. You know what I'm saying? Same thing too with over at North. Freaking having them looking for me. One person saw the backpack. Martin, to him just getting up and leaving. To me later on in the future, trying to reach out to him during a bank emergency. Thomas Pekin Hayden Road, I think 2012, 2014, I should say. Uh, uh, a lot of times even just answering, man, makes a difference. That's why I say, make count John Simon, make count Robert Brooks, having to answer during an emergency did a great job, as well as John Simon too. But if he was busy, in a meeting, he'll just answer, well, this better be important. But, you know, uh, I don't think he would talk about the disease of kings if he had it. Don't want to mention this. Like I told Chad, I'm gonna clear all this. Like I said, that these Google Map reviews had hired Cody, one of my cousins, help me out on this on editing, as well as Lana, Okamoro, where for the longest time I thought, based off of the state she is from now. Oh, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Freaking having to go on Willie's, having to strip in front of them, both David and I, to being searched, to freaking just being sought out to the usual suspect. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Kriya the freaking perception being reality now. Oh, this is your host, Lex Ruben Towar, on that Phallus Spa. And Friday evening, do you understand me?